言えないことばかり増えてくから後悔多めの今日の数数えた最後の夜の隅どうか触れちゃうなら抱きしめて解けないことばかりしてくから本当の言葉がわからないただどうにかこうにかやってんだ少し褒めてくれていいんじゃない息を止めるならもういいよでもあなたに言い残したことが少しだけ生きてみませんか飾らぬ世界で歌いましょう何も知らないでいいじゃない心の空白を満たしてゆく辛いの言えないでもいいじゃない合図で僕ら生きているふわふわふわふわ包み込む傷ついちゃう今日までをギュッてギュッてギュッて抱きしめていつか笑えると信じるまで満たされないからほろ苦いただ言葉が喉元落ちていく寂しさだって抱えちゃうしそれでもいいよって言えたのなら
And we're back once again with United States Cup 2026, the 10th edition, still in the round of 32. I believe this is our second to last match of the weekend. And we've got another banger, seed 11 Massachusetts going up against seed 22 Arizona. This is the second time these teams have faced off against each other in the United States Cup. The first time being in 2022 when Massachusetts won in a tiebreaker. We'll see if we get another really close match between these two teams. I'm Miles, and joining me here in the booth is It's Pigeon. What do you think of this match?
Oh, I'm pretty excited about this one. I think, yeah, as you mentioned the last time they met each other, it was a much closer match. But I'm looking at these teams right now here, and I am seeing some very, very, very scary Massachusetts players, and Arizona that might be one of its weakest rosters so far. They have lost a lot of solid players over the years, either to moving to other teams or just, exiting the tournament scene as a whole. We were talking about a specific Maple Story streamer who has found their niche in Maple Story now, but previously one of the best players in the game in North America, Xarius, who was an Arizona veteran and just doesn't really play the game anymore. So I'm not fully sure just how close this match is going to be between these two teams, but I always love to see a close match between these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. But you mentioned when you look at tournament experience, you have to give a decent edge over to Massachusetts in this matchup with their seed advantage, also big advantage in tourney experience with Daitaku Helios, Cappy, Ethan John is Nushi, and Raikik, all extremely strong tourney players in their own right. Meanwhile, Arizona, I think a lot of newer players on their roster, and also just a little bit less tourney experience. But, it is round of 32. This is where the magic happens in USC. Map pool is not that hard, so even if you don't have a lot of tournament experience, you can certainly still FC multiple maps in this pool, no matter what type of player you are. So, curious to see who can be the difference maker here for Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a pretty important time to show up with your best gameplay here. In the round of 32, you mentioned it already. It's a lower SR pool, so really makes for upsets to happen. A lot higher potential here from any of these lower seeded teams. And yeah, the way that seeding goes in USC, it's based off of rank. So if your team doesn't have a bunch of 3 digits, like Massachusetts has 3 players all above rank 600, and 2 of them at that 300 threshold, you're gonna get a lower seed. And that doesn't necessarily mean your team is a worse team. We saw earlier tonight the Oregon versus Connecticut matchup, where I believe it was seed 24 versus seed 8? Question mark?
Something like that.
Something like that, and Connecticut got 3 points and almost took them to tiebreaker. It was very, very, very close. So, anything can happen here.
To be fair, though, Connecticut might be the biggest
Oh,
de-seeders
that
of all
team
time.
is so
Like that
gross
team
for
is
their
so
rank.
stacked for just
Yeah.
having a lot of just like really, really strong 5-digit and low 4-digit players means that they're going to be low seed in the USC format, even though like in terms of raw talent, like you've got to put them at like at least near top 10, I think.
Definitely one of the best teams based on their actual seeding, not representative of their seeding. It is a scary team, and they are in the losers bracket, so I mean, good luck whoever has to play against Connecticut round 2. But hey, we got some warm-ups here. Not sure whose warm-up this one is, but either way, we got some time to kill here. Why don't we talk a little bit about these two teams, Miles? What are you looking for across some of these players? Who do you think needs to step up and carry for both of these two teams?
I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the players on Arizona, but looking at the players that I do recognize, I know Dogga is a returning player for Arizona, and I think Zraktiv, their captain, is as well. Two guys who I think really need to step up because Massachusetts, as I mentioned earlier, just loads and loads of previous tourney experience. Daitaku Helios has had a lot of impact in this tournament in the past, as well as Raikik, who in some of Massachusetts' weaker years has sort of been the shining star for them, just being like an all-around carry for this Massachusetts team as you see him hit that stream with Hard Rock. Very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I think Zraktiv should be the one to look out for here to try to corral Arizona together. Not really sure where they're going to go with like their pick span strategy, just simply because this is a team with a lot of new faces to me. A lot of potential for maybe some switch ups as far as what Arizona wants to do with their pick strategy, because in previous years it's a lot of the time been mechanics, but you know, having lost a lot of your core rosters and the players that really helped make Arizona shine in some of the previous iterations, the rosters changing also makes the picks change as far as what people are comfortable on, and I feel like this iteration of Arizona is going to lean a lot more towards gimmick rather than the mechanics that you might have seen them do in the past.
Yeah, certainly could be an angle here, especially into a Massachusetts team that I don't think has too many gimmick players. Like, I'm looking at, I think Nushi is a gimmick player, correct me if I'm wrong. But otherwise...
Nushi, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be Nushi, but otherwise I'm not really seeing any gimmick mains on the roster, but, you know, round of 32, you do expect the all-rounders on Massachusetts to be able to play the gimmick stuff. So, we'll see if they decide to go for that angle. There are a few maps to choose from on the gimmick end. Maybe we'll finally see the elusive Hidden 2 pick.
Maybe. Has the one been played yet so far? It's been banned quite a bit. I know we banned it in our match versus Texas.
I know we banned it against...
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Yeah, a lot of, let's actually, I can pull up the stats here. So maps that have yet to be played, if it's been updated consistently, yeah, just that Hidden 2, actually. Every single other map has been played, including the tiebreaker between Florida and Massachusetts. So, that is quite interesting to see here. Really hopeful that it will go picked at least once throughout this tournament. You know, there's always a shame if a single map never gets played in any matches, but sometimes that's just what happens. Another map worth mentioning that has, or maps, plural, I guess I should say, that have low play count is one, that Nomad 5 was only played in the New Jersey versus Washington matchup. You would know that. You guys played it, and looks like you won it pretty handily.
Yeah, we almost played.
There you go. There you go. The Hard Rock 1, which was only played in the Oregon-Connecticut matchup. So, plenty of maps that have seen low appearances so far in this tournament, in this round of 32 pool, but there's always time for more of these maps to be played. Hopefully we do actually get to see some of them get played, but I was informed that that first warm-up was an Arizona warm-up, and now we've got the Massachusetts warm-up here, before we finally will get started with the match soon. Hopefully soon.
I'm so glad that they picked this map for warm-up. This is...
It's
This is like the catchiest. This is the catchiest K-pop song ever. I think this is K-pop, right?
Is it actually?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it might be. I've never listened to it properly.
This is the catchiest song of all time. It was in Hippo Cup, and I just like ruined my team by singing it during the match.
That's their fault for not deafening.
It's true. But yeah, so far the trend for round of 32 has been a lot of free mod picks, a lot of DT picks, a lot of no mod picks in most of that pool. But Hidden and Hard Rock have gone largely untouched between both slots. And I don't know why that is. I mean, maybe Dada just did a poor job doing those pools, but I think this map pool is pretty good for the most part.
For the Hidden one specifically, it's a pretty volatile map. There's so many sliders in it with like these micro adjustments that you have to do with the aim, that it really makes picking it extremely risky, because no matter how many times you have FC'd the map, the chances... Okay, alright, these guys. Well, no, if you see there's 3 of them for RRR.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's a tournament, obviously. I don't know, these guys love their RRR memes. It's also a movie. A pretty popular Bollywood movie that is honestly quite the banger. But
that's the one with Natu in it, right?
Natu,
that's
yeah.
Chills. Oh my god. Speaking of really catchy songs.
Exactly. But what was I talking about? I don't even remember. Let's just listen to Fly. Yeah, it's so good.
Fly, get it on high.
Let's go. So good, man. It's such an enjoyable beat here. Yeah, what's up with that? Okay, yeah, we're gonna do triple R. I still don't know what's going on with the triple R. There isn't a player named RRR winner, and that is Don on Stateless. So I don't really know. Who knows what's going on? And OC tournaments seem a little goofy sometimes.
But yeah, also one player that I forgot to give a shout out to while talking about the rosters is Cappy, who I know moved over to Massachusetts in the last few years. One of the best no mod players I think ever. So
true, North America at the very least. Mm-hmm. What was that, from Florida?
Yeah, from
right?
Florida.
Cappy was the Floridian. Remember of old.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna see some no mod gaming from her in this match. Oh my god, what happened to Nushi's cursor there? Did anyone just see that?
No, I didn't. What was Nushi up to there?
Nushi just like, their cursor just like exploded. I don't know how else to put it. Okay, now into the ban phase. Not too sure what either of these teams are going to go for. I've seen in the Twitch chat that Arizona will not let the Hidden 2 see the light of day, so maybe we might get 100% ban rate on that map.
Definitely could get to see that one banned out. I'm not really sure, again, how the ban phase is going to go, because I just didn't get to do that much research going into this, at the very least for the Arizona team. I think for Massachusetts, we've kind of mentioned it, they are just probably going to pick more into mechanics. They have such strong mechanics across all the different skill sets within mechanics, but I think one of their biggest weaknesses is going to be those low AR picks, the gimmick reading picks. Not that they don't have players who can play them, but I think that they just don't have a 3-man roster for them. So as much as I hate to say it, Miles, I fear we're going to see a Hidden 2 ban come through from Massachusetts.
From Massachusetts? I just said, did someone in the chat said that Arizona was going to ban it. Everyone wants to ban Hidden 2.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, Fremont 1 ban. That is
Fremont 1.
Kind of a weird ban in my opinion. That map is like
no.
inoffensive.
Yeah, so that ban I think is specifically because it's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah, that would make sense. And it's
this
AR9.
Yeah. Which is like, I don't know. I've seen that one banned by a few of the higher seeded teams so far in this tournament. Just because they don't want to play the 5-minute long map, which okay. Like, it's whatever. But it's Dimitori, so it's, like, cool. But if it had more streams, maybe it'd be more picked. Not really sure. No, please! No!
Goodbye.
Why?
Like,
Man!
the ex-girlfriend, she left me.
Is it 100% ban rate right now?
I think it is. I think it's 100% ban
I need
rate.
to look at that very quickly. Mapful statistics. Okay. Hidden 2 is 100% ban rate. Yeah.
You know, there's something to be said about that. I think that's like almost as impressive as like 100% pick rate. Like,
True.
And the funniest thing is this map, like, it isn't even like that crazy. Like, it's just AR7, like, old jumps. Like, it's nothing like too crazy about it. It's just it pressed everyone's wrong buttons, you know?
It kinda, yeah, it's rough to play. In a tournament setting. It's got like the same issue as the Hidden 1 where it doesn't really matter how much you practice it. Oh my goodness, what an aura first pick.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how much you practice that Hidden 2. In match, you're just as prone to missing on any of the awkward parts as you are in practice. So yeah, it's a rougher one, but hey, maybe another match we'll get to see it. Here in this match, though, Miles, we get some Jinkala to open things up here.
Yeah, some beautiful Woyao Jinkala. I am somewhat surprised to see Massachusetts be the one to pick this super early, because I feel like when you have these higher seed versus lower seed matches, or like big seeding discrepancies, you'll see the lower seeded team opt into the anti-mod a lot, because you're able to play your comfort mods on it, and pretty much everyone has some comfort mod on a free or on a anti-mod map. So very accessible, I think, to all sorts of teams.
You know, me and Taikani, we were casting the Oregon match versus Connecticut, and we were hoping that we'd see the 3 easies on the one team with the one easy flashlight, one easy hidden. And that did happen just across both teams. It was actually the easy flashlight and the easy on Connecticut. So I would hope that we get to see some more easy shenanigans, because this is the map that you would like to do some easy shenanigans on.
Some easy flashlight, some normal flashlight. I don't think I've seen a normal flashlight yet, but I've seen a
No.
couple easy flashlights. So
Yeah.
we'll see if anyone has put in the work on either of these two teams on Jinkala.
Definitely curious to see the mod choices here. I think Nushi is probably going to be on the hidden for Massachusetts. Zeractive is more than likely going to be the Hard Rock player for Arizona. As far as the rest of the players go, I'm not fully sure exactly who's going to be playing what.
It's the sort of map where we're gonna see off the rip who chooses mods, because it's, once again, the all-rounders on Massachusetts. I think Raikik can go just about anything on this. Probably will go Hard Rock, to my knowledge, but not sure at all for the players on Arizona.
Oh no! Oh, looks like a switch out here. Void Matter coming in over Zeractive. We got a Aurora Phasmata. Let's call him Aurora. And Artsy for Arizona to round out that roster. And then, yeah, Raikik, Evernight, Nushi, also known as Ethan John, but I'm just going to call him Nushi.
Yeah, we're calling him Nushi.
Because he's Nushi, man. It's the Johns. Rest in peace, MJ and Ro. Do miss him. But, the John collab.
Now into our first map. This one is a quick one, so all the breaks are gonna matter on this map. See if anyone dies on the first stream, and it's Aurora to go down to 40% after the first stream. Gonna give a pretty early lead for Massachusetts here, as Void Matter finds an early drop as well.
It's actually, yeah, 2 misses on the side of Arizona. Just the artsy combo making it through that intro. Dropping down to pretty low accuracy, but still has Raikik. But Nushi on that easy is putting in some damage, and I think easy is being calculated now.
Yes.
It does appear to be the case. It wasn't earlier, but we got things sorted out. So now easy is showing in the calculation. So it's not actually more than what it shows right now. This is the proper score differential.
About halfway through the map now. Aurora has brought the accuracy back up to around 90, but Artsy to find the break, so it's just a 200 combo on Void Matter for Arizona. Meanwhile, Massachusetts, all 4 of them holding really well, and Nushi still holding no longer holding double S, still an FC with easy.
Definitely going to be feeling pretty good about this pick here for Massachusetts. I believe this was a Massachusetts pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Okay. Yeah, so this is going quite well for them. It was just the very early miss from Rykick. The hidden players tend to struggle quite a bit more on this map. It's just very, very mean to hidden only. Heck, even like easy hidden makes it pretty difficult still, but the hidden only is quite difficult. But yeah, that's going to be the full combo coming through here from Nushi. Just the 1 miss. And a couple of misses from Rykick, and yeah, that's a pretty good team score here to start things off for Massachusetts.
And we have found the team that doesn't really like Jinkala.
No.
At long last, not a great look for Arizona, but it's not their first pick. That was Massachusetts, so they're going to get to choose a better map for them this time. See what they decide to go for.
Is that actually, like, the real song for their fertilizer? Or was this, like, a remix? Does anyone have the deep cut lore on that one?
Ask Dada. There was a point a few nights ago where Dada was just like, he was extremely deep in Chinese YouTube finding all of these Jinkala remixes. I just posted in the broadcasting channel, there's a 6 trillion years an overnight story Jinkala remix, so
no.
If you go searching, you'll find some good remix. Yep.
We need to get that mapped. OWC potentially? Question mark?
OWC, that would be crazy. Okay, and it looks like we're gonna get the No Mod 5 now for the second time this weekend, Tempestissimo. This is a map that I'm personally surprised didn't get picked more, because it is, an early stage No Mod speed pick. Like, it's typically a popular slot to pick in early stage, but has only been picked once now. Second time from Arizona here.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's really no reason why this should be as little picked as it has been so far. For some of the other maps that, like, we were talking about, there's like 1 or 2 reasons why they haven't had so much prevalence throughout the tournament. But for this one, I mean, it's just a chill No Mod 5. Like, there's really nothing else going on with it.
I think it somewhat gets overshadowed by the Fremont 3, which is more comfortable and like the same skill set. This one, it does have some kind of janky kick slider jumps, so if you want, like, your No Mod 5-esque map that is a lot easier, you just go for the Fremont 3. But I feel like the teams that are picking tapping, like, should consider this one more. It feels like they just go Fremont 3 in the whole DT pool.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out here. This is I feel like a riskier first pick from Arizona, but it does feel like an Arizona picking into their strengths here. So, Zaractive, Doga, and Artsy going to be your roster for them. And I think this is just hoping that you have a Zaractive get FC +1, potentially for them. But Rykick, Daitaku Helios, and Zelts coming in for Massachusetts. And these guys are pretty dang good when it comes to mechanics. So, Arizona's got their work cut out for them, but I think this is a fantastic first pick for them. And we are going to get into this map very shortly with the GLHS coming through.
Critical for a team like Arizona to win their first pick here against Massachusetts. Just kind of break the momentum. Because we know a team like Massachusetts can do a lot with momentum. So got to get on the board here. Slight hack drop for Doga on that first burst, but this one a little bit longer than the previous map, so you will have time to recover your accuracy, especially with the high note density that this map has.
Definitely plenty of time for recovery to be made. Some of the bursts do get a little long. We do actually see a very early miss from Daitaku Helios on the side of Massachusetts, so already going to give a slight advantage in combo towards Arizona, but still with that lower accuracy on Doga, and now the miss as well is going to be hurting that score, and it's going to go right back over the way of Massachusetts.
Zelfs and Raikik looking really strong so far on this one. Zelfs still with the double S. Going to be tough to beat. That Ack lead is going to give them the lead for now, but Artsy was holding on to the double S as well. Did finally drop it along with Zelfs, but still, couple FCs to 2. It's just a slight advantage for Daitaku Helios over Doga right now, and that's the entire score lead.
Yeah, it is going to keep things relatively close so far. That 100 combo, as you mentioned, from Daitaku over Helios is... or over Doga, excuse me, is going to play a pretty big part, but here is some of these reverse sliders. Nobody getting tripped up on those, and this is going to be a short pause. The players do get to see the score line and just see how close it is, so hopefully nerves don't really spike because of that, but it's still coming into the final bit of the map, and this is a nail-biter of one, Miles.
Yeah, I mean, it's really close, just 60k lead here. Oh god, Zractive is shaking a lot. Hold on, brother. Still got a quarter of the map to go. Team's hopes on your shoulders right now. Doga's gonna find another break. No breaks have come from the side of Massachusetts since the very beginning for Daitaku Helios, so it's really strong for them, but there's the traded miss for Raikik and Zractive. Now, Artsy still with the FC, but it's a 250k lead for Massachusetts, and I think that's gonna be enough.
That is going to do it for them. They are going to secure the first break point of this match, taking Arizona's first pick there. Zelts with the full combo. Is that a full combo? No, not quite on Artsy. I actually didn't see the miss. So yeah, just a couple of misses here and there from all the other players. But yeah, just unfortunate for Arizona, and it was a good pick for them. 800k from Zractive. I think the nerves really kicked in, spiking at the end of that map. It is very unfortunate to see that, but the 940k almost from Artsy is quite impressive, considering both of those scores were better than either Daitaku Helios and Raikik scores. So very good attempt from Arizona, and I do like the idea of them continuing forward with their next picks, going into more mechanics, like that Fremont 3, maybe like that DT2, but hey, for now, it's Massachusetts pick and another banger. Miles, if we were talking about 100% ban presence in that hidden 2, here's 100% pick presence in the DT1.
Yeah, it's 100% pick presence, and I have heard so many people say that this is like the worst map they've ever played in a map pool. Like, people do not like this map, but they are picking it anyways, and I love it.
It's kind of, it's grown on me. It's grown on me too. Fan. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan at first, but the more I played it, I was like, you know what? This is actually not too bad.
Like this map, like, it might not have a lot, but one thing that it does have is swag, so we can deal with it.
Oh my gosh, there's so much swag coming from this map. And it's just, you know what? It's kind of a funny song too, with the double time applied to it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's great, dude.
It's awesome. I'm gonna think about pooling this in my tournaments, but I'm not. So enjoy it while it lasts, because this might be the second to last time you ever hear this song, because there's one more match the weekend. It needs to retain its 100% pick rate.
Please. Well, there is another match happening right now over on the A stream. So actually, that 100% ban rate, 100% pick rate stat line might have already been broken over there. I haven't been paying attention to that match. But yeah, we'll see. And this is a pretty straightforward map, Miles. It's got some like spaced streams that are like 1/3. I think, and then it has some like 200 BPM streams that are pretty straightforward to hit, and some like weird jump sections. But like, other than those, I think the hardest part to not miss on is like at the very intro with the first 1/3 stream. It's quite spaced.
This map, at least for my team's practice runs, it felt like the beginning was really the dip spike on this. Like, if you get through the beginning with an FC, you're pretty likely to FC the rest. Just a couple of longer streams at the end that might trip you up. But otherwise, the middle section of this map is really friendly, and really able to, or it's really easy to hold a big combo through the middle portion of the map. So I think most important part of this, definitely the start.
Definitely. Really important on these patterns as well to not make a bunch of misses, and we are already off to a rough start here in Doga and Zeractive. And Artsy, I believe, also found a miss very early on. Zelts will trade out on one of those, but right now it's this intro section with the 1/3 streams that are just tripping up players left and right. Nushi now going to be dropping down on the combo, and Raikik the only one left with the full combo on Massachusetts. So it's a rough start all across the board, but better combo for Arizona.
Yeah, and they're actually going to take the lead back now. So first lead of the match secured for Arizona here. Still 3 big combos as we go in through these jumps. Doga will be able to recover his accuracy up to around 93 before we get into any more streams.
Goodness. Miles, I fear that this might be one of the biggest upset maps so far in this round of 32. I've already seen at least 3 teams with the lower seed get the upset on this map specifically, or excuse me, breakpoint on this map from the lower seed, from the higher seed picking it. So this would be interesting if we get to see a repeat of that as we get into the final quarter of the map here. Some more streams. These are the longer streams. Zeractive with the shakes. Oh my goodness. Control the nerves, please. You can do it. It's only 100,000 points in your favor. And now we get into the final jumps of the match here, of the map. Excuse me.
Doga misses it. It's going back really fast. Is there enough time?
Please, Arizona, hold. It's 12,000, 10,000, 4,000, climbing 8,000 points over the way in Massachusetts. And it's just a nail biter. This is how this map has gone every single time, Miles. Every single time I have seen this map played, it is just 1, maybe 2 misses at the very end of the map, and shakes, nerves, whatever, just get to the one team that has the lead, and it just barely flips over every single time. And Massachusetts do get the 3rd point here on their 2nd pick.
Brutal loss there for Arizona. They had it in their hands, but just barely lost it. Really good score from Raikik, getting a impressive 98.5 accuracy. This map's probably one of the harder ones to act in this pool, as the other scores in the lobby exemplify. But yeah, that's consolidated breakpoint now for Mass. Arizona now picked back in their court. If they do want to continue with the mechanics, I mean, they came really close on that map. They looked pretty decent on their first pick of No Mod 5, so I think we could potentially see a free mod 3 or a DT2 on the cards for Arizona.
Yeah, free mod 3, I'm thinking would be the most likely. Picking into double time with this Massachusetts team is quite scary. Even having that DT1 be as close as it was, that DT1's like... It's double time, but it's not like DT2 where you've got the finger control, you've got the bursts. It's much more chill, more tame of a map than the DT2, and I feel like that DT2 would be better off having Massachusetts pick into it, potentially, but yeah, I think it's going to be the free mod 3, more than anything, for Arizona.
Taking their time with this pick, though, so... definitely discussing something. Could maybe see them go for another one of the lower picked maps in this pool. No Mod 3, I think, has been very rare this week as well, and No Mod 1 only a couple times, but it's going to be the HR2. Okay, that's another spicy map in this pool. This one, it's another Ryusei Aika map, so they're 2 for 2 in picking Ryusei Aika maps, although in vastly different mod pools and contexts. This one is a precision pick with a lot of linear aim, but also being pretty low BPM. So this map is, I think, another difficulty aspect of this map worth noting is the low density. Because it's lower BPM, HR precision, you only see 1 or maybe 2 notes on screen at a time.
Yeah, definitely makes it a little bit more uncomfortable, a little bit more awkward, especially considering that there is a lot of flow patterns in this as well. These like linear flow sections You do have a couple of like linear jumps too in the very intro before a couple of like 1/3 can get tripped up on that. I think for the most part though, this is going to be like an accuracy check, and you do need to maintain your aim quite well because it is on that CS 6.5. You still need to be able to aim quite comfortably on this small of a circle size, excuse me. And yeah, for the most part, I think, it's kind of like very light 2017, 2018 mech tech feel. Like something that you would call tech back then, but actually it's just kind of like chill consistency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know about you, but for me, when I was practicing this, like, there's just something about this map that's like really uncomfortable for me in the aim. Like, I think it's pretty awkward to play. But it doesn't feel like it should be that hard, but you just find misses on random stuff. So
absolutely,
we'll see if
that's how I felt.
If any of these guys in the lobby have a better time than I did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really don't know why the map feels as difficult as it is, especially just to combo, like, let alone hacking it too, because some of the flow sections are like just a little bit janky, but not really quite that janky. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how Arizona does. Looks like we've got our rosters in here. I still am kind of surprised that no Zaractive on the Hard Rock here for Arizona. It's going to be Void Matter, Doga, and Artsy in for this lineup. Raikik, Daitaku Helios, and Nushi for Massachusetts.
We'll see if the Hard Rock goes better for them than their Nomad 5 pick did. Map starts out pretty tame. Can only really find a miss here if you're not adjusted to the approach rate and the CS.
Really, nothing too difficult happening here in the beginning. We do see a couple of breaks already thus far. Nushi and Artsy going to be dropping combo very early on, but so far it's pretty chill for this intro of the map here. There's really not too much to say about this one. Void Matter and Doga, though, going to be missing on that reverse slider, I think it was, which is kind of interesting to see. Here's some of the linear jump patterns that I was talking about earlier, and Raikik will trade out. So we are keeping the score from getting too far away for Massachusetts, but still, Daitaku Helios on the FC being uncontested by anybody right now on Arizona. So this is still going to maintain on the side of Massachusetts.
But it's going to be a break from Daitaku Helios as well. So now, pretty substantial combo lead for Arizona. So we're getting into this first chorus section here. 50k lead for Massachusetts, but it's going to dwindle really quickly. I think Arizona only really being held back by their accuracy. The accuracies on Massachusetts have a really big lead. And with that break from Void Matter, I think the lead is going to start to go further in favor of Massachusetts, especially as Artsy follows up with a break of his own. So lead should be pretty safe for Massachusetts here.
60,000 points continuing to climb here as we get into the final third of the map. There is a little bit of free combo coming out of this section, but it is going to be about as much free combo as you can ask for here. Still, though, good recovery on Doga, keeping this score from getting too far away, but Raikik matching it, and that score from Daitaku Helios is not being matched by anyone. Doga missed on the triple jumps here, the linear jumps that are just like pretty chill to hit. It's going to be very unfortunate there. Miss from Void Matter, and it is Artsy, the highest combo for Arizona, and it's trailing behind both Daitaku Helios and Raikik. I think this point has already gone the way of Massachusetts.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing they can do as Doga finds another chain miss. It's Artsy all on his own, Daitaku Helios and Raikik both holding on to massive combos into the ending. The lead has ballooned to 300k, and that's going to be Massachusetts making their way to match point.
Indeed. This is not looking too fantastic here for if you are Arizona, because that was your second pick now being taken away by Massachusetts. And with Massachusetts at that match point, it's their own pick, Miles, and I fear for the worst here. Arizona might be heading to the losers bracket sooner than you would like to see them go. Anything can happen here in USC. I have seen comebacks amount here being down 4 points, especially in best of 9. But I mean, you're kind of at the opponent's pick here now with that hit and one coming through, and Arizona, they just have to lock in for this one, Miles. It's do or die, or they will drop down to the losers bracket at the very least. So maybe not die, but you know, you wanna try to maintain your tournament life in the winners bracket for as long as you possibly can.
I somewhat fear for Arizona on this pick. I'm sure they all want to phone a friend right now for Hagawabla because that
please get
that
this guy on the team.
If you need a guy on a hit and one, there are a few hands that are more steady than a guy like Hagawabla, but unfortunately not playing this year, so gonna have to try to fare on this one without him. But down 0-4, staring down your weakest mod pool. Pretty tough look for Arizona here.
Do what you can with the people you are given here. And for Arizona, I mean, they've had good scores through this match so far, but versus a team like Massachusetts, yeah, they're seed 11, but man, they're playing like they're top 10 for sure. Like they are quite a scary team, quite a strong team. And yeah, this hit and one could be very disastrous. There's a lot of these back and forth wiggle sliders for this section that you hear right now. That happen 3 times, I think, in the map. And there's a couple of these spaced 5-note bursts that can be very difficult to maintain combo through. So a lot of room for people to make mistakes, a lot of room for combos to be dropped. And yeah, GLHF's coming out. This could be the last map of this match. Hopefully not. Hopefully Arizona can find their footing, get a breakpoint here, and start getting the snowball rolling back the other direction.
Hidden one. Pretty long map with 3 chorus sections on this one, I think. Also very lower on the BPM side. We can see already some misses coming out from the start and some act drops from Arizona. Seems to be uncomfortable on the hidden mod.
Definitely not too comfy just off this beginning section. Accuracy's down to about 93% for both Void Matter and Artsy, but there's time to recover on those acts. It is a little bit of a longer map here, so we'll get to see those recover hopefully for them. But yeah, some more linear aim here. Void Matter, again, going to be dropping their combo. Still no trades to be seen yet on the side of Massachusetts, but I think once the spacing starts to pick up on some of the bursts here and these key eyes, there's definitely potential for breaks to happen.
And there's going to be the first break for Zelts, finding a break on that kick slider jump. And Daitaku also going to drop, so it's just Evernight alive for Massachusetts. And somehow you've got a combo lead for Arizona now going into the middle third of this map. Aurora Phantasma and Artsy looking steady through this first chorus, and even with that disadvantage in accuracy, the combo is going to bring them home.
Combo definitely playing a pretty hefty role here for Arizona to be able to get the score lead now. Those recoveries on the accuracy are actually pretty solid for the 2 players that dropped down to that 93%, but Void Matter going to be finding another miss. It's going to keep things from getting too far out of control here for Massachusetts. Actually, a slight issue now for Massachusetts as Evernight drops the last FC for them. And this is quite the turn of events here, Miles, as that's the last FC gone in the map from Aurora Phantasmata. It's just this big recovery on Artsy versus the big recoveries on Zelts and Daitaku Helios, and that score lead is going to slowly go back the way of Massachusetts.
Yeah, that break from Artsy was crucial now. Once again, 2 re-established combos from Massachusetts are going to give them the lead back. Daitaku does drop, but it's still Zelts with the biggest combo in the lobby and no combo on Arizona to really match him. So as long as he can hold for a little bit, Massachusetts should be cleaning up this sweep here, I think.
Yeah, I fear for the worst, Miles. There's 85,000 points. We need to see a complete fall apart here from Massachusetts if Arizona wants to maintain one more map further here. That's a miss from Cells. That's a miss from Evernight. Hold on. Wait a minute. There is time, but the miss coming through from both Aurora Void and now RC. I think the time has come and it has gone. That was the opening. The potential for Arizona to be able to bring that score lead back, but it's just not going to be enough, and Arizona will be losing this match 0-5. Massachusetts moving forward in the winner's bracket. Arizona, I believe, playing against Indiana. Hey, that's me next week, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, a little bit of scouting here for you. 5-0 sweep for Massachusetts. They're going to move on in the winner's bracket to face the 6th-seeded Texas.
Oh, goodness.
What should be another really interesting match.
That Flamestar guy with the 1 million average score. But hey, for this match, Massachusetts, they played phenomenally. Arizona also had some great scores as well, so it's unfortunate to see them drop down to the loser's bracket this early on, but such is life. Miles, anything you have to say about this one?
Well, in the winner's bracket and winner's round of 16, we have a rematch of Al Gore versus George Bush.
Oh!
Texas Tiger versus the Massachusetts. Okay, why was I thinking of that? Okay, well,
No, you know what? That's kind of fire, actually. Thank you, Miles. Any closing words here for the stream?
Really good look for Massachusetts in this match. They did what they needed to do. Arizona, I think they showed some sparks in this match. Looked pretty decent on a few of their picks, came close, but Massachusetts just really in a different league than them, unfortunately. But I think will be a pretty good match down between y'all and Arizona in the losers bracket, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think we can exceed some expectations here versus this team, but I don't want to say anything because they are a scary opponent. So, I'm excited for the match. As always, it's always fun to have to play against other fellow Americans. But yeah, that's going to do it for us here on the B stream. Over on the A stream, I believe the match is still going. Nope, it looks like that one also just ended 5-0 for Pennsylvania, dropping Wisconsin down to the losers bracket. So, hey, don't go anywhere, though. Here in about 15 minutes, we've got, I think, 2 more matches happening tonight. One between Georgia seed 12 versus Kansas seed 21. That'll be on the A stream. And then on the B stream, we've got Colorado seed 8 versus seed 25 Kentucky. And then 2 more matches for the rest of the night. 3 UTC is going to be Tennessee versus Stateless, seed 16 versus seed 17. And 4 UTC is going to be North California versus New Mexico, seed 3 versus seed 30. So yeah, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Here in about 15 minutes, we've got more matches for you.
Just